Hi, welcome to the video. My name's Dychronic, and today we're taking a look at the Destiny 2 weekly reset for July 26, 2022. And let me just say, the names in this tower, like average LC Bray enjoyer, just look around sometimes. You'll find some incredible names. But yes, we're going to take a look at all the weekly resets. Obviously, we are on the week 2 of 3 for the Solstice of Heroes. The end of the season, I believe, is farther than that. So the end of the season is going to be in 28 days, so 4 weeks. So there's an extra 2 weeks after Solstice. And I still cannot believe they expect us to do 75 games of Crucible or Gambit. Are you madness? That is way more than everything else! And of course, make sure you come check out my live streams that I have after all of these videos, as well as all the times on screen right now, right here on YouTube, doing Destiny 2 open lobbies for seasonal raids, etc. Alright, so first and foremost, Eva is pretty much exactly the same. Nothing has really changed in her inventory. Everything is pretty much as it were. You still have to do all of the different things, get your event progress for the badge, etc, etc. It's all the same for her. Moving on, let's go ahead and get into the Nightfall Ordeal, which this week it's going to be the Corrupted. Corrupted is going to be that tech witch at the end of the Taken-like mission, and this one is a long one, but also a high-scoring one. That being said, longer ones often lose points after a while, so Legend's probably your best bet for 100k. And yet again, we had we had another patch this week. I think it's been a patch every single week, and I don't know what the Nightfall unique was. Just tell me in the comments down below and check out the comments for that. Rotating Strike Burn is going to be Solar Singe. Rotating Crucible Playlist is going to be Clash. The Vow of Disciple Challenge is going to be Defenses Down. I believe this takes place in the 3rd encounter with all the relics, and in this encounter, every single person's only allowed to kill one of the Wibbly Shield Knights per person. So essentially, you do have to end up skipping 2 knights throughout the whole thing, I believe in the 2nd and 4th or 3rd and 4th. For the rotating raid and dungeon, this week we have the Garden of Salvation and the Pit of Heresy. And something I forgot to mention is that Gambit is currently on bonus rank. So if you wanted to do those 75 games, you do get double Gambit ranks, so you can do Gambit stuff. As you can tell, I am an avid Gambit enjoyer. Up next, let's take a look at the final week 10 seasonal challenges, and there are only 3 left. Oh my god, why do this? First one is getting machine guns on Leviathan and defeating powerful Scorn and Sever. On Europa, complete bounties, patrols, public events, and lost sectors, and earn the Vanguard ornament for the Chain of Command, which is a triple XP+++. Keeping in mind that you can obviously do all of the previous weeks as well, as long as you just do them before the end of the season. Before the end of the season. Up next, let's take a look at the Eververse's inventory, taking a look at the different seasonal items as well as the event items and all the stuff that's available for Bright Dust. Oh, that's adorable. First up, we have a ghost shell called Tropicausal, which looks just like this, which I think was available last season, but it's very nice. We have this one, which I believe is a new ship, which kind of looks like it has wings, I guess. We have the Sandcastle Effects, which looks like you're a sandcastle and you come on in. And then we have the Pomegranate Gloss, which is actually a decent shader, very shiny once it actually finally loads up. Joke's on you, I have Muffin in front of me. You can take it as long as you want. Oh, finally. Anyways, yeah, it looks pretty cool. And even on Titan, which can color a little bit differently, I think it has a lot of great applications, especially here on weapons, depending on the weapon, obviously, the different kind of materials, etc. But it's a very good shader, and I would recommend it. For the other Bright Dust section, first up, we have the Flag on Play, which is literally you just throwing a flag, it lands on the ground somewhere, yada yada. We have the Teamwork Dance, which it's not a multiplayer emote. Missed opportunity. But it looks like that. We have the Predator Sun Shell, which I believe was available in the first Solstice event. This one is definitely an older one. I do remember it. We do have the Micro Mini Sparrow, which is a fan favorite Sparrow, which is very tiny, although has technically still the hitbox of the regular Sparrow, so I don't end up using it because I run into things all the time. We have a ship, the Dawn, I believe from last season, or the season before that. Looks like Frieza would drive this thing for sure. We also have an ornament for the Suros regime, which is not part of the meta, and a terrible ornament. Let me tell you, that's disgusting. We have a Ghost Projection. We have a Warsat Arrival Transmat effect. We have a Nightmare Emergence. We have a Beach Ball effects. We have a Golden Age Wine, which not the same as Pomegranate Gloss. I think Pomegranate's probably a bit better. Well, the brass, a bit more of the brown and purplish kind of sheen. We have Oiled Algae, which is actually one of my favorite shaders, especially here on weapons. Again, depending on the armor pieces, very good. And Vintage Timber, also one of my favorites. It's one of the best shaders in the game, and I would highly recommend picking that up. It's just nice, shiny, got black, gold, white, good combination on a lot of different armor types and weapons as well. And of course, we have Gunsmith's inventory, which I have a full-ass weapon inventory, huh? First up, we have Illegal Action 2, which is a 340 pulse rifle, though the stats on this are not as good as something like Dead Messenger, but we do have Adrenaline Junkie, which is a damage perk, the rest of which is not really anything amazing. After that, an NOD, Fragile Focus Surrounded, which both of these are really nice if the enemies don't see you, but also all of the enemies see you, which is a weird combination, and not a lot of range stuff. We have the Vision, Surplus Elemental Capacitor. Elemental Capacitor on sidearms is not something I usually care that much about, because most of these stats are perfectly fine as they are. Surplus obviously gives you a lot of those stats, so you definitely want a lot more range, although this is a 3 burst, and I do like 3 bursts. After that, Contingency Plan, which is Subsistence Kill Clip, which is a good combination, and there is a bunch of range stuff within this that gives the 260 a bit more range to be able to edge that competition. I would highly recommend this if you do like the Rapid Fire Scouts. This seems like a good roll. After that, Palindrome B, Chain Reaction, Unrelenting, okay combination. Does not have impact casing, does have some reload based stuff, although obviously it can have auto-loading explosive light or auto-loading chain reaction. And finally, GL5, which is Demolitionist Frenzy, which is an okay combo, but does have explosive light. Does have spike grenades as well. Not a bad combination, but you definitely could be better. Are you worried at all, Banshee, that my flaming head is near your begonias? I could just tip my head down and everything would go ablaze. Of course, a big thank you to my patrons on Patreon. Specifically, big thank you to Mom and Dad, Postalones, Unbox World, Monday, Sabakman, Panther, Keys Reagan, follow, support on Patreon. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoy. My name is Dychronic, and I'll see you guys on the next one.